I want to talk about the difference between two very similar polymer emulsions. One is called GAC 100. GAC stands for Golden Acrylic Colors. And this is a primer, an extender. It's a medium that you can, also sort of an all-purpose medium that you can use to extend your paints, just as it's a glossy medium. It's very, very similar to so many of the other ones. It was designed originally to be the basis for gesso, to put down before you put your gesso down, to seal a surface. Right now, we're really saying that the clear leveling gel is, or rather the clear regular gel gloss is the better one to do for that purpose, to prevent that surface induced discoloration that I talked about earlier. But anyway, I wanted to just show you the difference between this and the clear tar gel, which we've talked about in class. And I wanted to do a better demonstration for you with the clear tar gel, because the one I showed you earlier was old and it was not flowing the way it should. So I wanted to do better by clear tar gel. But let's pour them both out. As you can see, they're both white. You know, that's the characteristic of all acrylic emulsions. They are white when they're wet. They dry either glossy and clear or translucent and matte. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this GAC 100 into a cup like that. And I'm going to pour a little bit of the clear tar gel into a cup. And you can see the clear tar gel is much stringier when you pour it. I'll do that again to show you the clear tar, the GAC 100 does not stringy. It looks like milk, right? That's a big difference. And this is stringy, and that is what you see as being the big difference with these two things. So they'll both extend your colors. They both dry glossy. They both extend. Did I say that already? Extend your colors, make more paint. They're both thin, so that they're the sort of the fluid viscosity of your paints. And when you mix this with your heavy bodies, you'll make a more fluid body paint quality. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like. So I think what I'm going to do is first mix that with a paint color, and then you can see how that looks. So, well, I'm just going to use some open ultramarine. It's actually fine, to use this open color with both of these things. What will happen is if you have an open paint that has a longer drying time, when you mix it with something that does not have that longer drying time, it dries a little bit more quickly. So it's no biggie. That's why these paints are so versatile. You really don't have to be too concerned about mixing things with each other. So just going to bring over a brush here and show you what happens when you mix a little bit of the GAC 100, with this paint. So I'm just going to get a little drab of that. And as you can see, you can make it transparent. It takes your paint a lot further. It really makes it behave more like a glaze. So a glaze, would simply be a color that has a lot of medium mixed into it. So, and then we could do the same thing with our clear tar gel. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of the clear tar gel out. And it's moving slowly. Let me do this. Let me pour a little bit out here. And there you go. Okay, so we've got a little bit of the clear tar gel out like this, and I'm going to mix a little bit of my paint with the clear tar gel. And it feels different. I mean, it's definitely a different viscosity, but it really does do the very, very similar thing. You might like the feel of this little thicker viscosity, as opposed to the GAC 100, but the end result is very similar. So you can certainly play with these and see what you like, but they really do similar things. So there's that. But then what I'd like to do is to put a little bit of color into our clear tar gel and dribble it on this piece so you can really see the difference, and you can really see very clearly what the clear tar gel is really good at. Remember, I had said that clear tar gel was what they used to simulate the look of enamel paints in the movie about Jackson Pollock a couple of years ago. A bunch of years, 20 years ago, actually. All right, so what we're going to do now is take, oh, well, I'm going to use the same color. Or no, yeah, here, let's do this. Let me mix a little bit of this fluid viscosity, heavy, high flow viscosity, naphthol red, which is a beautiful color, naphthol red light. Remember, we want to shake this up so that you hear the little ball inside of it. So it's just mixing the pigment into the medium. So because it's the pigment is heavier than the medium, it tends to fall to the bottom. And I'm just going to put a couple drops in there. I don't really need a lot. Remember how much pigment these paints have. And I'm just going to mix this in here. I'm going to mix this together. And I'm going to add a little bit more to that. It looks like it's still a little thick. All right. Or rather a little light. It was a pretty light color. And now what we're going to do is dribble this on to my piece of cardboard here. Yeah, it's moving pretty slowly, but that's actually a good thing. So we can dribble this, and remember, you know, where it actually pours down is where, oh, there we go. Now we've got a nice dribble going. Is where it's going to stay. This medium does not self-level. In other words, it stays where you put it very conveniently. It will not become a big puddle of medium the way GAC would, 100 would if you poured that down on your piece of cardboard or whatever you're using. So that's the big difference. That's the clear tar gel. It does these drips. Should you want an effect in your paint where you have this kind of drippy look, look to it, that you want it to stay this way, then the clear tar gel is the only medium that you have access to here. The golden paints that will do that for you.